Coach Corey Wayne, and this is my video coaching newsletter. And the topic of today's newsletter is going to be, she could have any man, but she chose me. Well, I've got an email here that I'm going to go through in today's video newsletter from a guy who's been following me for about 2 years. And so he takes us through the things he's learned, what he's done differently, and how his life has changed. He's now he's currently dating a woman who is the ideal woman he's been looking for. A high quality, beautiful, successful, alpha female, the kind of woman that every guy wants to date. And so he shares some of the things that have happened in their interactions, where he was, and obviously where he is now. So I have a quote that I wrote on this topic, and then we're going to go through his email. And the quote says, "Attraction is based upon mutual respect and admiration, especially having self-respect and valuing yourself. People who value and respect themselves demand that other people treat them with respect and appreciation and won't tolerate anything less than what they know they deserve. When you allow other people to walk all over you and you don't stand up for yourself, you will cause others to not treat you with respect because you don't respect yourself. You're literally inviting others to treat you with disrespect and place a low value on your presence. People who love and value themselves are repulsed and will walk away from people, circumstances, and situations where they're not getting the respect and appreciation that they deserve. Being able to walk away forever, not look back and mean it, is always the strongest and most powerful negotiating position to take in order to get what you want in life. You don't get what you deserve, only what you negotiate." And so what you're going to see in this email is dating a high quality, high status woman who has lots of choices. When you break it down, really it's based upon respect, loving yourself, respecting yourself, both the man and the woman, and not tolerating bullshit from other people and potential lovers. So let's jump into his email. He says, "Dear Corey, I've been following your work for about 2 years now, and we did one phone session about a year ago. It's taken a lot of practice and patience to get to where I am now, but I finally met someone that knocks my socks off." That's why it's so important to practice patience. You can't be looking at it and go, "Hey, I've been following Corey's work for a month and I haven't met the greatest woman in the world yet. It's like I haven't met the next greatest love of my life. What the fuck's going on here?" Well, like I say in my book and in countless videos, you got to become the kind of person you want to attract. You got to do the work on yourself, and you got to create a space in your life for somebody to come in and fill it. And like he said here, it takes time and repetition. What I teach is not a quick fix. It's not about coming and watching one video, getting a magic pickup line that just works for everything. It's about becoming a well-rounded individual, a happy, whole, complete man or woman, having a complete life and a life that you love and that you're proud of, and that you're just looking for somebody to share your completeness with. Repetition is the mother of skill. I say it all the time. It's like Aristotle said thousands of years ago. Excellence is not a singular act. It's a habit. You are what you do repeatedly. And like this guy, he's been following me for 2 years, diligently applying what I teach and working on every area of his life to become the most attractive and successful man that he can become. He continues on, "This woman exudes all of the traits of a perfect partner, and she could literally have any guy she wants, but she's choosing me. Through your work, I've learned to be extremely observant of women's behavior, and that has allowed me to navigate the dating world with open eyes. This woman is very confident, and her reactions to my behavior let me know immediately whether or not I'm being alpha. Alpha females won't tolerate beta behavior, and they'll call you out right as it happens. Why? Because they don't have to put up with anything less than that. They want you to show up and be a fucking man, because when she has lots of choices and lots of options, and she can pretty much date whoever she wants, she don't put up with bullshit, because she knows she deserves the best, and those are her expectations. Those are her standards. And if you show up and you're presenting low standards to somebody who has high standards, you're not going to be around very long in their life. Luckily, I haven't made any major mistakes due to the practice with many women over the past 2 years. Knowing what to say and how to behave in the right moments has allowed our connection to flourish rapidly." This is how things become effortless. So when you do the work, You practice, you learn, you go out on dating, you practice the seduction process, and you get to the point where you don't have to think about it anymore. And then that way, when you meet somebody really fucking amazing that does it for you in every way, it just flows together effortlessly. That's why you got to read the book 10 to 15 times. You got to get to know the fundamentals so well you don't have to think about it. And this guy's been following me for 2 years and diligently applying the things that I teach, and that's why he's getting great results now. It took time to get here. He says, on our very first date, she was asking me what I want out of a woman. And I mentioned some of the traits that I'm looking for and then said point blank, I have high standards and I'm not ashamed to admit that. My time is my most valuable resource, so I'm very selective with who I date. That communicates right there that you're a high status male, that you have lots of choice. You're not bragging. You're just matter-of-factly saying, I want the best. I'm not going to settle. And when it comes to love, why would you want to have anything less than amazing and fantastic? He says, continues on, so far, sweetie, you qualify in a major way. The look on her face was like I shot her with Cupid's arrow. She was instantly addicted to me. We've gone on 7 dates now, but we feel like we've known each other forever. I just consistently make her feel beautiful and wanted. I let her know I love hearing from her, but I set up the next date and then I wait to meet her in person. My old self would be so worried about where we stand at this point. But being overly patient and just being very consistent with my behavior is allowing our attraction to grow out of control. Notice how he focuses on patience. There's a great success quote, and it says, impatience never commanded success. He's thinking from the end. If things always work out for you, you're not going to be in a rush to make anything happen. You're going to take your time because you're wanting to make sure that the other person is making a mutual effort to win you over as well. She keeps mentioning how she doesn't want to date anyone else and how she's turning down other opportunities. I always let her know that it's very flattering and she's a special woman, but I never mention if I'm doing the same. It's really none of her business at this point. She's not your girlfriend, at least up until this point in the email. You're not exclusive with her. And so those things they're really irrelevant until the relationship evolves to that point. On our last date, she said she only wants me, and so I said, are you asking me to be exclusive? And she rambled off like 3 questions in a row. Are you dating other women? Are you sleeping with anyone else? Do you want to be only with me? Notice how she's answering a question with a question. I let her finish, and very calmly I responded, sweetie, this relationship is young, and I'm exploring my options like any single male should, but none of the other women make me feel like you do. Notice how he's making her feel special. And I talk about this in my book. You got to make women, and even if you're dating other women, you got to make her feel more special than all of the rest of them, which she's doing. But he's being honest and authentic about it. You're better than all the rest is what he's saying. I have special feelings for you. And with that, she just hugged me and we continued joking and sipping our cocktails. Sexually, she lets me dominate her in every way. She just can't wait to jump back in the sack and let me know and let me have my way with her. We're always whispering dirty things to each other while we're out, building the tension throughout the evening until we get back to my place and begin the bedroom Olympics. I call them the indoor Olympics, my friend. He says, I've realized that by knowing your principles very well, i.e. read the book 10 to 15 times, and for those of you that haven't read it 10 to 15 times, go to my website right now underneath the email sign-up box, click the image of the book, go to Amazon, either download the Kindle to any electronic device in under 60 seconds or buy a paperback version. That's why this guy's achieving this success, because he put 2 years in learning these fundamentals and practicing it and rehearsing it and getting into it backwards and forwards. That way when the curveballs come at you, which they're always going to do because every woman is different, if you don't know the principles and you don't have it down very well and you haven't practiced, you're going to fuck up great opportunities like this. And so this is the first really super awesome woman that he feels like he really clicks with that's come along in 2 years. It took him this long to get to the point where he was ready for her. And you don't want to fuck these opportunities up because they don't come along every day. Women like this, they don't grow on trees. I feel like I can handle any situation. Instead of trying to be prepared for certain questions or situations, I can be free and have the confidence that no matter where we are or what we're doing. I'm in charge, and I'm making her feel like she's the best woman in the world. Fucking good job, dude. Thanks for what you do, Coach. If only my friends would wake the fuck up and read your book. They'd be able to realize that relationships can be effortless and magical like the one I have now. Well, thanks for sharing that success story and what you've done and how you've changed the way you look at things. But this is what happens. Time and repetition. When you practice these things, that's where you can get to in life. So if you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest way is to book a paid phone, Skype, or email coaching session. You can choose any of those options by going to my website, clicking the products tab at the top of your screen, and just follow the instructions for booking whichever option works best for you. And I will talk to you soon.